October 30th, Thursday, 2025. The big earnings call that we've all been waiting for from Comcast was just revealed, and that is Q3 fiscal year 2025 for their earnings. And why is it the big one that we've all been waiting for? It's the big one because it's the first full quarter of Epic Universe being reflected in that quarter. Here you go from Scott Goosting. Comcast says the early success of Epic Universe helped drive a 19% jump in theme park revenue in Q3, July through September, with theme parks EBITDA rising 13% to $958 million for the quarter. Now, those might be chump change numbers for Universal as opposed to like Disney, for example, where they have multi-billions in terms of operating income. But I want to remind everybody to get large double-digit percentiles in a theme park division that only had 6 parks, many of those, half of those being international. This is absolutely massive. To add another gate to your domestic parks and bring the whole total to 7, and to experience a 20% year-over-year increase, or nearly so, that is huge. That is big, especially for what I think a lot of proprietors believe to be a legacy market in the domestic market, and one that a lot of people felt was oversaturated already, with the big two already having, 6 theme parks and 3 water parks and so forth. So to add another gate and to get a straight 20% is big time numbers. Culture, I'm going to go to you first off. Your reactions to this quarter, to Epic Universe, and to really Comcast and how they've been conducting business, both in the theme park sector and otherwise.
Well, as I said before, I mean, their growth in the theme parks goes hand in hand with Disney's acquisition of Fox and everything that happened because of it. So, look, I mean, I hope there was a short message somewhere in here from Comcast to Bob Iger to thank him for building Epic Universe, because I think that's how I feel about it's the only positive sentiment I have for Iger right now is thank you for Epic Universe. And look, if anybody's seen this park, and for those of you who've had the opportunity to visit it, it's not even close to done. They have expansion on the way in big ways, and they have more after that. We're at phase 1. Phase 2 is coming. It's being built out in various places now. You can see it around the park where the layout for the new offerings will be, but they have additional places to go with this. This can be 3 and 4 layers deep in some places. So I'm really excited for that. Their theme park revenue was the thing I was going to focus on no matter what. The growth in theme parks really does overshadow, I think, the losses, which is why I was calling out for value, including the fact that revenue just in theme park business alone was up 19%, nearly 20%. Of course, the media side of things fell off a bit, but beyond that, I believe that this is going to be a permanent 20%, maybe 25% dent in Disney for the foreseeable future, because they have nothing new to offer. So yeah. I'm excited with the revenue from the theme parks. If we're going to focus strictly on theme parks, it's really truly amazing as far as I'm concerned.
It was really interesting to hear the call, Ron, and hear them talk about Epic Universe. And from their standpoint, they're like, look, listen, we've only just begun to really absorb the revenue from this theme park, because they're saying, hey, look, our per caps are strong and visitation is strong. And hey, we didn't have any cannibalization for the other theme parks that we have in the area, that being Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios or Florida, which is, I mean, remarkable given that they did experience some attrition the year before, at least in terms of attendance. But they said their per caps are strong. It's going to get stronger as they increase operational efficiencies and get more cast members and get more resources to this theme park and flesh it out and add more people in here. Ron, I mean, what do we expect from the future of Epic Universe?
Oh my gosh, so much. I mean, what we're seeing is the tip of the iceberg. I'm looking around, like I'm thinking about some of the complaints I've heard, right? So one of the complaints is that in Celestial Park, which you're looking at right now, that area, not a lot of shade. Look at the trees. Look at the trees that have been planted. You can see those are young trees planted at a very particular size so that the shade grows over the next 3 to 5, 10 years. What this park is going to be in 10 years, oh my gosh, I can only imagine how amazing it's going to be, because it's kind of opened almost with the bare bones of, I think, what it's going to be, and those bare bones are still amazing what they have there. And it's not a lot of attractions. I think it's only like 11 rides right now, so lot of room to grow. And it's, I think we're going to see maybe a couple more lands, a couple more portals, and what they can do. They have so much opportunity to up their food service, and with the partnership with Lowe's Hotels, I think that we're going to see maybe more resorts being built. And more, it's funny because while Disney's numbers have been kind of down this year, more people have actually come to Orlando, so it must be going somewhere. I think Universal has an opportunity here to do something that I don't think people ever would have thought could have been done, and that is the potential to actually overtake Disney, or at least, come up to equal what Disney has been as far as numbers in the past, as far as attendance is concerned. But that's really Disney's fault. I mean, it's not like Universal's doing all these amazing things, but if Disney was stepping up their game too, that would be great. And as far as attrition is concerned, I think that when they first marketed the park, when they first started to sell tickets, they were selling tickets to, like, you had to buy Islands of Adventure Universal tickets as well as Epic.
Right.
Well, that might have forced people to go to the parks they didn't want to go to, but also if they hadn't seen those parks, hey, might as well. Well, when you see all of the parks together as a group, like you do the Disney World parks, they act together. They're symbiotic. So the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. It really, really makes the Universal resort experience far more appealing than it has been in the past, because now, I know it's only a third park. It doesn't seem like that much, right? But it's the Universal Parks experience, especially with what I experienced with Volcano Bay. Volcano Bay, the only way to get in is to arrive by bus. That's a very interesting, like, you can't just park in the front of it and walk in. So if you are staying at a resort like the Hard Rock, it's very cool. You get out of your, you get on your bus at the Hard Rock. It's like a less than a 10-minute drive over to Volcano Bay. You get out, get in the park. I mean, it makes the all-inclusive Universal vacation so much more appealing. And Universal has some opportunities with what Disney's done to do things like add a Magical Express type of experience now to the resort, which they may be working on with maybe even with the train system that's coming. There's just so much. I just see a ton of potential that Epic Universe has opened the door to for Universal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because the Universal, what do you want to call it? Universal core, I guess, with Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios Florida were so landlocked. You couldn't really have the big, enormous attractions that Epic Universe provided, because you have to lose something in order to provide for those, right? Versus Epic Universe, there's so much land, and only a portion of it is actually being utilized right now for its third gate. And they're not slowing down. They're not, taking their foot off the gas pedal. They will be adding expansions to Epic Universe. They're in the process of doing that right now. In fact, on the flip side, they haven't stopped expanding their existing parks, that being Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure. We just heard Project 555, I think it's what it's called, over there with the what are you going to call that area of the why can't I think of it right now?
Islands of
Adventure.
Yeah, the Lost Continent.
Lost Continent. Sorry,
it's been lost. It's been lost. It's been lost,
so.
Bash. So there's something new is coming over there. There's two huge empty theaters at Islands of Adventure that if they put brand new shows in there, first of all, a lot of team members and cast members for the show, and I see Universal also, adding a lot of jobs over the next little while. And the difference between Universal and Disney, having acquired this land around Epic Universe, is that Universal's going to use the land that they have, whereas Disney World is like, well, we have all this land, but we're not going to use it for parks. We'll tear down old water parks and put up a resort instead. I think that overall, and probably because of the leadership or the lack of leadership of Bob Iger when it came to his eye being on the theme parks.
Looks like we may have lost Ron. I just wanted to go ahead and continue there. When you have Lost Continent, when you have a new coaster actually coming 2026, 2027 or something like that with Universal Studios Florida, I mean, the sky's the limit for the entire Universal Orlando Resort. Please, Ron, finish your point.
No, I was just saying that, like, Mr. Purchaser Bob Iger, who loves to purchase IPs and then make them worthless. What you think of what could have been done with Star Wars in the parks. You think of what could have been done with Marvel over there at Disneyland and California Adventure. And the ball has just been so dropped. I don't know if it's him or Imagineering or just it just seems like they don't care in a way that even during the Michael Eisner Wells era, that they did care about all of this stuff and about entertainment too. I mean, it wasn't like it was a one-tiered company in the 90s. I mean, the 90s were the Disney decade, right? And it wasn't just the parks, but it was entertainment, it was everything. And not saying that co-CEOs is a good idea, having the financial person and the creative person and putting their minds together, like Walton Roy, like Wells and Eisner. Disney needs that combo back, and they need to. I don't know. They're probably more than that, but I definitely think they're at the very least going to be losing ground to Universal, and I think we can pretty much definitely say that.
Absolutely, I very much wholeheartedly agree right there. When I look at the future of Epic Universe, I'm extremely excited. When I look at the future of Universal, just in general, I mean, they believe in the theme park product. They believe in investing in their parks on a regular basis. It's so different from Disney playing catch up now. Oh yeah, $60 billion. Okay, yeah, sure. When I look at this, I'm anticipatory of everything that they're actually doing right there. And that's why we're following it so closely, because, hey, guess what? They believe in it, and we believe in them.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.